What's up, guys? Bang, bang. Bitcoin's up about 60% to start the year, but that's not the big story. The big story is that there are multiple presidential candidates that are now coming out in support of the digital currency. I used to think years and years ago that a Bitcoiner would become president. And I used to describe it in a way where somebody was going to become president and happened to hold Bitcoin. I didn't think that they'd run on Bitcoin as a campaign topic. I just thought Joe Biden, he's the president, he owns public equities, so obviously someone who holds Bitcoin will eventually become president too. But maybe I was wrong. We now are seeing a ton of presidential candidates come out and actually run with Bitcoin as one of those campaign topics. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. not only has come out and said that he believes Bitcoin is a freedom technology, he also talks about if he becomes president, he will preserve people's right to actually hold Bitcoin. And he spoke at the Bitcoin conference and gave a pretty compelling speech. On top of that, we saw Vivek Ramaswamy, who spoke about Bitcoin multiple times. In those conversations, he continues to say that he thinks Bitcoin is important. He believes that the right for people to own Bitcoin is important. And he now is even taking campaign donations in Bitcoin. Then if you jump over to somebody like Ron DeSantis, who's the governor of Florida, he was talking about Bitcoin and central bank digital currencies in his Twitter spaces with Elon Musk this past week. Now, not only has DeSantis come out and actually banned central bank digital currencies in the state of Florida, but he also believes that Bitcoin is an important technology, and he believes that it is very important to protect people's right to own and transact with Bitcoin as well. It reminds me a lot of what we've seen in Texas, where now there are legislation bills being put forward that will actually protect people's right to own Bitcoin. And then there are people who are rumored to actually be running for president, like Miami Mayor Francis Suarez. He's been a big proponent of Bitcoin over the years, and now it appears that if he is to run for president, Bitcoin will be one of the key pieces as well. It's fascinating to watch all of these different people come out in support of a technology that's been adopted by about 15% of the American population, but is also at the same time under attack by many of the politicians and regulators all around the world. Now, here in the United States, Bitcoin actually seems to be getting a pretty good fair shake. It isn't a security, and so it's being treated much more like property and taxes or some sort of currency or commodity when it comes to regulation. And the reason why that's important is because ultimately we want technology to have the opportunity to flourish. We want as many people to adopt it. We want as many people to build on it. Now, only what we have to do is we've got to be able to incentivize the entrepreneurs and the businesses that are building around this technology to stay here in the United States and make sure that innovation occurs here. Now, one of the other things that happened this week, which absolutely is just hilarious and also probably shocking to many of you, is that Peter Schiff came out and randomly announced that he is going to go ahead and have some sort of inscription when it comes to ordinals. He has a piece of art, it's a hand holding a gold bar, and now Peter is trying to sell it. Now, some people may say this is a cash grab, some people saying that Peter is finally capitulating. Regardless of which side of the debate you end up on, it's always funny to me to see people who have been ardent critics of Bitcoin for years and years and years. Eventually, they pay attention, they start learning, and they all realize that Bitcoin is not going anywhere. Bitcoin is an important technology. Bitcoin will continue to be valuable, and they all become Bitcoiners. Welcome, Peter Schiff. We've been waiting for you. I hope all of you have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you all next week.